Welcome to Miss Supranational Germany 2022. I am Denisse Nicole, your Miss Supranational Germany 2021, and I will be your host for Supra Chat with yours truly, Denisse Nicole. Supra Chat with Denisse Nicole is our chance to get to know all the aspirational and inspirational women vying for the Miss Supranational Germany title. And for the 2022 edition, we have 9 official candidates, and we have divided them into 3 groups. In few moments, we are going to get to know the group A, B, and C contestants. But prior to this online event, all the 9 delegates went to Berlin for a photo shoot by Ulrich Brothagen and a video shoot by Ayham Aldin. And I heard that the contestants had so much fun. So let's watch this film. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Really good.
Fine,
And you?
thank you.
Very well, thank you. Are you ready for our super chat?
Of course.
Already.
I love the energy. So let's begin with your introduction. Kindly introduce yourself, starting from Anja.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Anja-Kathrin Fenk. I am 21 years old and I live in Regensburg, that is in the southern part of Germany. Although I was born and raised here, I have a huge part of my family in the Philippines because my mother immigrated to Germany when she was younger, where she later on met my father. I am working as a waitress during the day and on the weekends, and on weekdays after work, I am attending a night school to catch up on my high school diploma so I can later on study at my local university. And one experience in life worth sharing with you all is that no matter how dark the clouds above you may seem, there will always be sun. And no matter how down and sad and lost you may feel right now, it will always get better, and I promise that.
Thank you for the lovely message towards the end. Let us all get to know Jesslyn this time.
Hi everyone, my name is Jesslyn Schulz. I'm 21 years old and I'm from the lovely Hamburg, Germany. In my childhood, I grew up with my Filipino mom and my German dad, and it was always fun to be around two different cultures. And yes, because of my dad, I found my passion for music. I've always loved to sing, dance, and act in the house. So yeah, I'm really loving to entertain people and sing to them. On my free time, I go to the gym for a lot of stress relief, and yes, I really love to travel a lot and yeah, be happy with my family and everyone.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Jesslyn. And now let's get to know another traveler who is Greta.
Hello, thank you so much. Yeah, so nice to meet you all. Thank you for joining. I'm Greta and I'm 22 years old and I'm originally from Thuringia, which is smaller. So yeah, you grew up in this village kind of situation, and it was really fun for me to grow up there because you have so much time to play outside and it's a super nice, environment. And when I grew older, I started to be more curious about how the world looks like outside of my village. So I decided pretty early that I want to discover the world. So I dropped out of school and I started traveling in the age of 17. I went to Thailand, I moved to Bangkok and started to learn the language, went to high school there. And from there on, I kind of always traveled. Started my own company in the age of 19. I own my own model agency and I also do modeling. Currently, I'm in India. I just moved here. I also do modeling here. It's really interesting to get into Bollywood. And as you can see, I love different cultures. So that's the most interesting thing for me, I think. And I will never get bored about meeting new people and learning about new cultures. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you for your introduction, Greta. It was lovely to get to know you ladies. So now I'm going to ask you multiple questions, and I would like to start by asking Greta about the first question.
Sure. The first question. The biggest misconceptions about beauty contests is I think people think that beauty just means the outside beauty and it doesn't mean the inside beauty. And I think deeply in my heart that a beauty contest and especially beauty is the whole package and it's not just about the outside. So I think many people think, oh, okay, this girl is just beautiful outside and they don't really think about the inside part. But I know from all the girls I met in all the beauty competitions, it's so lovely being with them. They're all super nice and people don't think, people think there's always fighting going on, but it's not true. We help each other. It's like a big community. It's way more than just, judging beauty. It's, like giving a statement and, giving like speaking to the people and motivating them and inspire them.
I definitely agree with you on that one. Not everybody understands that there's sisterhood in all the beauty pageants around the world, and it really connects us. So many people are gathered together in a beautiful place to actually celebrate womanhood. So thank you.
Yes, exactly.
Now I would like to continue with Anja, and I would like to ask you the third question.
The third question.
If you inspire the youth to make a change, what change would that be?
Thank you for that question. If I could inspire the youth to make a change, I would tell them to speak up about everything and make your voices heard and understood, because just because you're young and adults may try to hold you down, that doesn't mean that your experiences and your opinions and thoughts, they don't matter, because they do. Tell everyone what you feel and what you think and why you're happy or sad or angry, because I have seen so many young people, including myself, diminish their voices because they think they don't have one or they won't get heard anyways. But it is our mission as adults to pave the way for our younger generations to come, to make the change we want to see in our world. Even though right now we may be doing enough or doing as most as we can, it still won't be enough. And we will need the younger generations that come after us to use their voice and fight harder and harder to make this world equally enjoyable for everyone. So that no one has to feel excluded anymore or not enough. But to reach this goal, we all have to speak up and talk about the things that are simply wrong and shouldn't be happening. So that's what I would tell them.
Thank you for your beautiful answer, Anja. I'm speechless. So now let's continue with Jesslyn, and I would like to ask you our second question. So if you could meet a person, someone who's living or the person may be dead, who would this be and why?
Thank you for the question. If I could meet someone in the world right now to have a chat, it would probably and definitely would be Oprah Winfrey. For everyone who doesn't know Oprah, she is an African woman who grew up in a very bad life condition, and she was raped by one of her own family member. And even if she had this bad and worse beginnings in the early years of her life, she still achieved her own TV show, and she achieved a lot as she grew older. So if I could have a chat with Oprah, I would definitely ask her to give me some advice how to give back to the community, how to give more service to the world, and try to ask her how to build schools and how to help communities who really needs help in their communities. So I would probably ask Oprah Winfrey.
Thank you also for your lovely answer, Jesslyn. So it was definitely nice to get to know your thoughts, your inputs about the previous questions. Now, what I would like to do is to start a discussion amongst you. So the group topic would be cyberbullying.
Yes.
And I would like to ask my first question to start the discussion to Anja. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes.
Okay.
First question. How would you explain cyberbullying to a 6-year-old child?
If I were to explain cyberbullying to a 6-year-old child, I would tell them that it is kind of like the bullying you or some experience in school, but worse. You see, online you can't just go away and that's it, and they can always reach you and you can't escape their bullying. And besides that, the people online tend to say much worse things than they would in real life, because in the internet it's easy to stay anonymous, and with that feeling the others may think they can say everything they want. But these people often don't think about the damage they do, whether it's cyberbullying or real life bullying. It deeply hurts other people, and not only in this exact moment, but most likely makes them feel insecure for years later on.
Definitely. And would you, Greta, agree to Anja? Would you explain it similar to her or differently?
Yes, totally. I mean, like you just get insecure, like you start maybe keeping it in the back of your head. Like for example, on your own example, you can see that, right? Everyone is experiencing cyberbullying. I think that's the problem. Like I got this, people told me I have sausage fingers, for example. And even though like, I don't think so, you start to, like keep it in your mind in the back, right? So this is like the issue, which definitely like cyberbullying is a big issue we have to work on for sure. So I think Anja is totally right with the explanation, and the problem is it's even worse than in real life. It's so true, because you just can't go away from it, and people can come back. Like, you can block the people, but they just come back again. So explaining it to a 6-year-old child, I would also try to give the example with like that it's not your fault at the end. Like it's like, people in the internet, they're just getting happy, because they're getting happy by being mean to other people. Maybe it makes them happy, So if you're a kid and you're on the playground and someone is pushing you from the swing, for example, it's not about you. Maybe the kid just wants to, swing, like, use the swing, and it's not personally about you. They just have a problem with themselves about it, right? So I think you can also try with that example as well.
Definitely. And thank you for your answer, Greta. And what do you think about what they have said, Jesslyn? Would you do it similarly?
Yes, I also agree to the other two, because I think just in general, maybe at 6 years old, it's hard to explain what the internet is. Maybe I know 6-year-old kids will grow up with the internet, but it's just similar to being in kindergarten, and some people will say some word bads to you and you don't really know them. Like, it could be, you can complain, you can compare these two scenarios, and I totally agree with both of you.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights and explanation how to actually explain cyberbullying to a 6-year-old child. Definitely viewers may learn from it, and of course that's very beneficial. And for those who have experienced cyberbullying or bullying in general, for example, Greta, I'm really sorry that it had happened to you. But as you said, it's not about what they said that defines you.
Exactly, true. And you should always keep that in your mind. I think that it's not your fault, right? It's like the other people are just unhappy about themselves. It's not you who is doing who has the problem. Like, I love my fingers, so but still, of course, if you hear people talking bad about it, I still think about it, and when I look at my fingers now, I will always remember it. But you should keep in your mind as well, hey, why are you actually listening to that? Like, is this really important? Or is this opinion really important to your life? Are those people you, or are you your life? Like, are you deciding what you want to do in your life? Are those people deciding? Do you want to get down? Like, do you want people to push you down, or you want to enjoy your life, right? So I think this is always something you have to keep in mind, that those people at the end are not deciding about your life, and it is you. So my sausage finger is still working, right?
Thank you for sharing that. So now let's continue to our second question. And for this time, I would like Jesslyn to begin. So you were to meet someone in person, someone who has actually bullied you in the recent past. What would you tell this person?
If I get the chance to meet my bully face to face, I would tell him honestly that this time of my life really shaped me as a person, and also that his words really hurt my feelings, and I would remind him to realize that when he or she takes those action, that bullying will really impact someone and other people. So I would tell him just honestly that I'm thankful that I left this chapter and that I grew up to become a better person. And now I know that bullying is not a resolution to fight your inner problems. You should definitely get help if you have problems with your own self, or if you have problems within your family, so you don't have to project those problems onto others. So yes, I would definitely thank him for this chapter, and now I'm trying to be better and try not to bully other people. And yes.
Thank you for your answer, Jesslyn. And what about you, Anja? What do you think about this?
I have kind of the same thought about this. I would just tell them to think about the consequences, to think about how much the words hurt me and made me feel like I wasn't enough or wasn't worth taking up space in this world. And I would tell them that just because they put other people down doesn't make themselves better, and that doesn't make them a good person or a cool person. It makes you a horrible person. And I was lucky that I came out of the situation stronger and more confident. But there are still people who believe the lies these bullies tell them, and they may really think that they aren't worth the life they were given. So I just really would tell them to think before they speak.
Thank you so much for your answer, Anja. And what would you do, Greta?
I think I totally agree, first of all, on what you guys are saying. I would also add that I'm feeling sorry actually for them for having the insecurity of themselves, because I think this is something you have to make clear. You have to make clear to them that they're actually the problem, right? That they have a problem on themselves. Maybe if I tell them, hey, you hurted my feelings, they might not understand that they are unhappy, right? So I wanted to add that, yeah, I'm sorry that you had these problems in your life, that you had to bully. And I would tell them that you need to find help. As I think, who said, Anja or Jesslyn, one of you already said something similar like that. But yeah, and of course, thank them because it shapes your life and it makes you stronger. So I kind of agree with both of you.
Thank you for your answer, Greta. So now let's continue with our third question, starting with Greta. I would like to ask you which advice you would give to the victims of bullying.
The advice I would give to the victims of bullying, I'm sorry, is really simple. Don't take it personal. It's not you. The first thing is, it's not you. Anyone who is getting bullied, it's never the fault of you. It's the fault of the others. The others are either unhappy with themselves, they are jealous. There are many reasons, but it's always about the other person and about yourself. So my advice is to always keep that in mind, to always keep in mind that you are good. You are good, you are perfect, and you're not what other people are telling you. The other people are just insecure and unhappy about themselves, and they're trying to put you down because of that.
Thank you. Thank you for that message. What about you, Jesslyn?
I'm agree with you, Greta. I just would add that some more tips to for victims of bullying is just avoid your bully, because try to avoid your bully because he will constantly try to make you feel worse, and just avoiding it is one step to a better resolution, or to feel not that close to the bully. And another thing is, if you really need help, or if you really want the bullier to stop, then just ask for your family, ask your teacher or your friends to help you, and get rid of the bully, and get rid of the bad things he is trying to tell you, and just stand up for yourself, because you have to really know your worth, and you really have to be aware that you can let these words affect you, or just try to go on with life and let him stay in his black hole, and be just happy with what you are, and not just define yourself by words he's trying to bring to you.
Thank you for your answer, Jesslyn. And I would also love to ask Anja. So, which advice would you give to the victims of bullying?
First of all, I totally have to agree with you too, what you said. And my advice is never believe anything your bullies tell you. Like Greta said before, they want to make you feel weak to make them feel better. And my advice is definitely talk to someone you can trust about it. You shouldn't go through something like that alone. And it is extremely stressful and can be emotionally draining to endure something like that. It doesn't have to be an adult, just someone you feel like you can trust and you can easily talk to. It is super important, like during such a traumatic time, that you have a support system you can rely on when you're feeling low, or when you're feeling like you can't cope with it alone.
Mhm.
And you always have to remind yourself that you deserve to be treated with respect. It's important you don't let your bully determine who you are, because you are worthy and you should be respected, and things will get better.
Thank you for your lovely answer, Anya. Girls, I would like to, I know this is a follow-up question rather, but I would really love to get your input or opinion about my question, my personal question. Are bullies actually forgivable, and are they capable of change? What do you think about my questions? Anyone could start.
I think you should forgive at some point because people change also. People, like we grow, especially bullying when you're younger. You grow. When you're a teenager, for example, your brain is working different from when you're older. And I have met people, luckily, who came to me and told me that they regret it. So if someone is coming to me and is openly telling me that, hey, I feel really sorry about it, and I can feel that they're honest about it, you should forgive, I think, because everyone can make mistakes. So everyone should get a chance to, be forgiven if they really, really mean it.
I agree.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
Greta. I absolutely think the same. I have had the same situation before where a bully came to me and told me they were sorry for the things they said and that they were a horrible person back then. But I feel like when you're younger and you get bullied or you bully someone, the bullies always try to use the bullying to cope with some of their problems. So at some point you have to forgive them because they will see what they did wrong. And yeah,
Also
some
for your
people
own
can change.
peace.
Yeah,
I
for your
think it's
own
also
peace
for your
too.
own
Yeah.
peace. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me personally, you should always forgive everyone who tries to hurt you, because just for your peace inside of yourself, forgiving is one way closer to become someone better, or trying to find what your definition of peace is. And for me personally, peace is just forgiving and go on with everything that happened to me. And also, I also totally agree with you both, because I think bullies also can change themselves, and everyone makes mistakes in the past. But if a bully really thought of bullying someone, and then in the future he's trying to reflect himself, and now he knows that this was his mistake, and when he's apologizing for it, I think it's totally okay in that scenario. So I mean that the bully are now becoming more of a better person because he's reflecting himself in what he did in the past. So yeah, you should definitely forgive a bully, and a bully should also can have a forgiveness from you. So yeah.
I do agree with all your points and thoughts, ladies. Of course, change is possible, but of course, the bully must be honest and must be very sincere to be forgiven. And yes, thank you so much for sharing everything with me. I enjoyed getting to know you and learning about your thoughts and also your mindset. And I would like to give you this chance to actually invite your supporters to watch you on your finale, where I will be also. And of course,
Yes.
leave a message to your family and friends. And yes, starting with Anya.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to our Super Chat. Be sure to watch our finals in 2022 to see who will get the crown. And to all of my family and friends and supporters, thank you so, so, so much. I hope I can make you proud. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And it is your time to invite and thank everyone. Greta.
Okay, hello guys. Thank you so much for watching our chat. I hope you guys get inspired or got inspired from this conversation. I hope you guys are joining our final 2022 with all of us. I'm already really excited to see who is getting the crown. It will be fun for sure, and you won't regret joining us. And thank you so much for my family, my friends, and my whole community. I'm so like sentimental about how you guys are supporting. It's overwhelming, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm trying to give everything back to you guys, all the support.
Thank you for your message, Greta. And now your time to send your message, Jesslyn.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of SUPRA CHAT, and don't forget to follow Miss Supranational Germany on Instagram, and thank you so much for always supporting us. This event will be huge and I'm really excited and looking forward to it. And to my families and friends, I love you so much, and to everyone who's watching this, I think we all love you guys, and thank you so much. Yeah, I see you soon, and we see you, and go watch the next episode.
Fans, thank you so much for viewing this second episode with me, Denisse Nicole. And yes, ladies, can we maybe wave a goodbye to our viewers?
Sure. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye,
and thank
guys.
you, Denisse. Thank you so much,
you so
Denisse, for
much.
your
Thank you so
time.
much, Denisse.
Thanks.